So let's talk about Sunday night's BodyGuard, third episode. Um, so obviously they was in bed together having sex, and then afterwards she started. They're both hid underneath the quilt, and she started asking about his past. So thought it was a bit odd. That's like bit of an odd time to ask someone. um, Obviously David was listening in on the conversation between the Home Secretary and I think it was the MP about something being leaked about her knowing about the schools and stuff, um, about the suspected was it bomb attack or whatever it is. David went and seen his boss, and then he was interviewed about the events that happened on the roof in the last episode, because some of it they didn't believe, but he convinced them, and he went back to being the bodyguard to the Home Secretary Julia, who he's secretly shagging. Some bits was a bit hard to follow. The government thinks the police is leaking the information, and it just shows how, I know this is a drama, there's not real life and everything, but it goes to show how dodgy the government is today. David wasn't too sure on one of the assistants, which I thought it's that exact same thing, the way he was acting. He kept staring at David too. So he rang his ex to find out how the kids was, because they're in police protection, following the first incident. And then Julie, so after that, they got a lead on the rooftop shooter, which obviously David knew. David knew him. Julia wants David to take her somewhere with no police escort, just to talk and tell like, she didn't want no one to know or anything. She wanted it to be a secret. So he dropped her off at the house, which I thought was really, really strange. And then we found out the government thinks, or the MP thinks, she is trying to snatch the key to number 10 off the Prime Minister. And said they need to do something fast. After having sex, she went into David's room whilst he was asleep and asked if he was awake. Then he went to go and strangle her, put his hand around her neck and everything. To be honest, if someone looked over you when you're asleep and suddenly you open your eyes and there's this person just staring at you in front of you, I'd be exactly the same. So Julia went to do a speech at a college, and there's a lot of protesters outside. A few got in. Just by her two assistants, you could tell something was going to happen. Obviously, the place is packed full of people and press. Some of the protesters got in and started shouting, and they got taken out. Her assistant was outside, and David went to make sure everything in the briefcase was what it was meant to be. And then they saw something on stage. I don't know what. I don't know if it was to do with that assistant, but so he saw the policewoman on the other side run towards Julia. So then he did to go try and protect her, but it didn't work. They went off before they got there. He's okay, covered in dust and bleeding, but that's about it. Julia isn't okay. She is in a critical condition. And the MP is blaming David, and that the police thinks the guy that shot at her in the last episode on the roof, the police thinks that he's got a accomplice. It's just, it's been a really good series, and I want to applaud the producers, the writers, and everything, because it's the biggest BBC drama in a decade. It's been amazing so far. It's a lot of like sex scenes and stuff in there, which is just no need for, but it's a really good series, and I really would recommend you watch all the episodes so far.